Well, all right, here today we're going to talk about a Fender 50 Stratocaster. Here I'm going to put on my old-fashioned Keith Richards button rash protector. I don't like scratching up, and I'll tell you what, these little snaps, that one right there, it got my new Lester. It's not buckle rash, it's button rash, all right. So, hey, let's talk about this 50s Fender Stratocaster. You see, 3 single coils, single ply pick guard. And again, you know, everybody's the wow. I think it's very cool. A lot of you probably can't tell, but it is translucent. So again, the first thing I always do is look at the wood. And the finish is secondary. If it's got a chip here, this one I know is mint. I bought this brand new in 2020. And it's one that stays in the bed chamber all the time. You know what I mean? All right. So it is a translucent blonde. Now on a lot of the Mexicans, the top and the back can be translucent, but the sides will be solid color. This one is not, which is surprising. This one you can see, and if I look at the end grain, we can see that it is 2 pieces of wood. Not 3, but it is. It's 2. I got a center seam in it, which is nice, like real nice. Then again, I always look at the neck angle to body angle. The body has one plane. The fretboard and the frets have another. They should be perfectly parallel or a little more tipped back. That's why you put a shim in there, or you got the micro tilt adjustment in the Americans. All right. Oh, and then while we're at it, we're also going to look at the end grain. This one is not quarter sawn. You can see the grain goes sideways with it and then curls off. So it's just a regular 1-piece maple neck. I sight down the fretboard to see if there's any high frets, and there is not. Same, I always go to the fret edges, feel those, make sure nothing's popping out. In the winter time here in the Northeast, if they're going to pop out, that's when it's going to happen. I had a fret job done in the summer, and sure enough, when winter came along, we had to redress the ends, and they popped out all right. Okay. Yep, traditional bridge, traditional tuners, the Kluson style. This one is a, like I said, 2020 Fender 50s. But now by looking at it, can you say, hey, is that Mexican or American? Well, the Mexicans usually have this vintage tint stuff going on here. This one doesn't. I don't think Mexicans ever come with an ashtray. This one has it. But the back of the neck always tells you, and sure enough, it is a Mexican made Ventura, something like that they're calling them. 50 Stratocaster. I put the cover on. I put American whites back in it just so it looks right. The 50s guitars pickup covers did not yellow like this vintage tint stuff that was going on so much. I think they had an overabundance of yellow vintage tinted pickup covers, and they used them on everything. I mean, literally everything. So that's basically it. Now I'm going to take a little closer look at the tuners. Yeah, you can see that these are import. They're not real Klusons because this slot is up too high. It should be lower, down towards this, the center, how they taper in to the waist. So, but they work. The stringing is good. My neck alignment and string alignment, that's all good. Nut is good. And remember, in the last one, you're looking at the string arch, and you have to mess with this. There's only one way you're really going to see it at the correct angle. Right? And I did the same thing here. Now I've gone over this whole thing already, so everything on it is tip-top shape. I think I'm running like a 5/64 on the high and low E, and then I can mellow it down to close to 3/64 on the center string, because that's the top of the neck, right? And then they taper out. So my bridge radius is actually flatter than this is a 7¼ inch radius fretboard on here. So it's all vintage style, except we have a 5-way on here. And by God, I think we should plug it in, don't you? Right, next time we will.